Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Carlos, but you can call me Kali. In this tutorial, we're going to be learning about phishing. We are going to learn how scammers create phishing attacks, and finally, how to protect ourselves against phishing attacks. So if we take a look at the official CompTIA Security Plus self-played study guide, they define phishing persuades or tricks the target into interacting with a malicious resource disguised as a trusted one, traditionally using email. As we can see here in the image, we have someone from Admin Corp that is sending a link, and when we get the message or the email, we can actually see that the real URL behind that click here, it's from an unsafe site. I have found a better definition for phishing as an unsolicited email sent from email addresses that impersonate well-known companies such as Amazon, Netflix, Span, or internet providers. These scams aim to deceive you into believing that the email is genuine. Subsequently, you may be prompted to click on a link which leads to a fraudulent website designed to sell your personal information, such as your email, your password, your phone number, your name, your username, or any kind of personal information. So now let's get started. Let's do the hands-on practice. How scammers create phishing attacks. So first of all, the information provided in this video about phishing is intended for educational purposes only. The methods, tools, and techniques demonstrated are meant to enhance your understanding of phishing attacks and to raise awareness about potential cyber threats. It's important to note that these techniques should never be used without proper authorization, and the other party involved in any testing should always be informed. Phishing is a serious offense, and engaging in any form of unauthorized access to someone's personal information is against the law. Okay, so let's get started. Let's see the requirements. All of these are optional, only if you want to follow along. However, if you just want to watch the video, you can also do it. In the last section of this video, we are going to learn how to protect ourselves. Okay, first of all, we need an IDE or integrated development environment. We have some examples here. So we have VS Code, IntelliJ, NetBeans, PyCharms, Eclipse, Sublime, etc. Then we are going to be a virtualization software such as VMware or Oracle VM VirtualBox. And finally, we need a Linux operating system. In this case, we are going to be using Kali Linux for penetration testing and security. In case you don't want to install the VMware or the Oracle VM VirtualBox, you can directly install Kali Linux on your machine. Okay, so let's go to our Kali machine. Let's see here. I have created a folder called Fisher. As you can see, it's empty right now. We are going to go to Google. We are going to open our browser, and here we're going to search for a tool called Fisher. So we are going to find this GitHub link by HTR Tech. As you can see here, this is the tool that we're going to be using. It's a beginner's friendly automated phishing tool with more than 30 templates. If you scroll down here, you can see the features that this tool provides. Here is how you can install it. So let's do it and go ahead. So we are going to click on code. We are going to copy the link. Then we are going to open our terminal. Here we're going to type git clone, and we're going to paste our link. Now we are cloning the repository. As you can see here, we have successfully installed or cloned the repository. Let's take a look at this. Open the folder. Let's see the files. As you can see here, we have the Docker file, the README. Let's take a look at the README file. So here you can find all the information about how to run the program, how it works, the purpose of this tool. Here it clearly says that contains materials that can be potentially damaged or dangerous for social media, that you have to refer to the law in your province country before accessing, using, or in any other way utilizing these in a wrong way. So here we have some of the tunneling options. We're going to be using Cloudflare for our example. However, you can use local port, your local host, sorry, local expose. You can use get some Docker support. Here is how you can copy and install the tool. So okay, let's clean this. Let's see again the content. Here we can find a setfisher.sh file. We are going to run. We use the bash command, then we type the file name. Here it's installing some required packages, such as Cloudflare. It's also going to update all the services in our Kali machine. So we now can use the tool. For this example, I am gonna be using Google, since it's one of the best well-known apps that we commonly use. So we type here the number of the template that we want to use, in this case number 3. As you can see here, we have an old login page, a new login page. Let's go with the new login page. Let's type 2. Here we're going to select Cloudflare. We are not going to select any custom port right now. This tool uses port 8080 by default. Here you can see localhost 127.0.0.1. Here, for this first example, we are not going to mask the URL, so we are gonna say no, and let's see the link that this provides to us. We're gonna copy the link. I really want you to pay attention to the links and all the information that it's being created. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna copy and paste the link here in a new browser tab so you can clearly see the content. So first of all, if you are not familiar with the Google sign-in page, you may think this is the official website, since it says Google. Here you have the sign-in with some basic information, your email, the input field for your email, for your password. Here you have some forget password, sign in. So everything seems very similar to Google's login page. However, we have to take a look at the URL that we are accessing. As you can see here, it does not say Google or Gmail or Google Drive or anything like that. So we can assume that this email might provide it from a website, a fake website, even though we do have the HTTPS here. This only means that the website is secure or encrypts the communication between the browser. However, this doesn't mean that it's the official website from Google or from any company. This is more for communication protocols, how the data is sent in the background using TLS and port 443. But it doesn't mean, one more time, that this website is officially from Google or any other company related to Google, as you can see here in the URL name. So if we go back to our terminal, we can see that it has already provided some IP addresses. As you can see here, it says victim's IP address. As soon as the victim clicks on the link, it will send the IP address back. But now let's take a look at this sign in bottom. We're gonna right click, inspect. We are going to see here this input field, right here that it says submit. Let me open this up. Okay, so now we can go to the content of this form. This is the complete form. Here you can see what this is doing. It has an action. If you are familiar with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or programming in general, you know that this form is sent using the post method, and the action is the login.php. We are going to see what this means later. So here we have the input, the sign in bottom. The type is submit. So let's see what happened when we send some kind of information through this website. Okay, so let's test.com, and password, let's say it's password. Let's close the code. As you can see here, one more time, this is the link. Take a look at this, the URL. This is the information that is going to be sent. Then we click send. There we go. We are redirected to a new and different page. Now we can actually see that it says accounts.google.com right here, and then we can see sign in, which we can assume that is a recovery page, as we can see here. But let's go back to our terminal. As you can see, we have received some kind of information, such as the username and the password of this user is saved in this folder or folder. We can Control-C. We can go to auth folders. We are going to open this. Here we are going to find two files, IP and usernames. Let's print the content of these files, usernames. Here we go. Here we have the username that we use and the password. And if we type the IP address, let's display the content. Here we have more information about our user. So we successfully retrieved the user's email and password, as well as the IP address. So now let's take a look at a new example, but this time we are going to mask the website. Okay, so here we are going to go back to our folder, set feature. Here we are going to run our script one more time. Okay, so it's running. We're going to use Google again. We're going to use the new login page. That's perfect. We are not we're going to use Cloudflare. We are not going to custom our report. But here, let me show you something that it's very important that you have to take into consideration when it comes to phishing attacks. We are going to open the official login page. Let's open our browser. Let me use this to see the content of the website here. We are going to visit the login page. Okay, so first of all, you can tell the difference. So here we only have one email field right here in the next bottom. So if we type the real information here, we are going to be sent to a new page next. Oh, sorry, it's not for this one. Let's say gmail.com. There we go. It seems that this couldn't find this email address, which is perfectly fine. But let's go back to our fake page. here, when we click sign in, I want you to take a look at the real URL that we have. As you can see here, we also have HTTPS. As I said, this only means that the content is being encrypted. It doesn't mean that it will protect you from fake websites or for some attacks on the web browsers, such as cookies stealing when they set your cookies. But if you take a look at the real URL, we can find accounts.google.com. Here we can confirm that it's original from Google, and this link is unique. You are not gonna have this link twice. This URL is going to be registered by Google. This section right here is google.com belongs to Google, and you cannot have your website with the same name as Google. These accounts.com means the subdomain. So here we have the domain and the subdomain that belongs to Google, and this URL is going to be always unique. For instance, if we go to Facebook, when you click to login page, as you can see here, it says facebook.com/login. This is unique. You cannot have a second facebook.com. However, you could register Facebook with 3 O's, or Facebook with double E, or Facebook with A or O, or any kind of character that you want to add. However, the original website remains with the first person who registered this website. Okay, so that's the one thing you have to take in mind when it comes to phishing attacks. Now we are going to mask the URL, and here we're gonna say gmail.login.google.com. Now it's creating this custom email, as you can see here, but we are going to copy it. Now, let me see here, let me copy this, and we're going to paste our new, oops, as you can see, when we copy like this gmail.login.com, it does not work. So we have to always use the first URL in this case, as you can see. Then we come here, we paste it, we have to wait, and there we go, it's working again. Now we have the IP address again. If we send a different email, let's say johndoe@gmail.com, then here we say password again, and then we click on sign in. Don't save. We are being redirected to the original website by Google. In our terminal, we can see the email sent by the victim and the password. But now let's see how easy it is to impersonate this website. As you can see, we have these therapy/streams/broken/tips.trycloudflare.com/login page that looks very similar to Google, but it's not Google. Let's go to the official website. This is the official website by Google. I'm gonna teach you now how easy it is to replicate this website. We are going to click on view page source. You can click here if you want. We are going to copy all. You can type Ctrl+A. Now we are going to copy this content. We are going to go back to our terminal. Let me move to the desktop. Here I'm going to create a new file called login.html. I am going to paste the code that I copied from the website, from Google, sorry, official website. We're going to save this file. and then we're going to leave. Now if we go and take a look at our desktop, here is our file. We are going to open it, and look at this, we have the same exact design as the official Google Gmail account. However, if you take a look at the URL, this one is being hosted in my local host. It's not on the web, it's not accessible on internet. However, if I would like to make this website accessible, I cannot do it with the account. I cannot register this website as https://account.google.com. I cannot do this because this domain right here and this subdomain belongs to Google, and you cannot have the same name, the same domain name as someone who has registered it before you. So that's one thing that you have to keep in mind when it comes to phishing attack. First of all, you are going to take a look at the URL all the time. If it's not familiar for you, do not proceed entering any kind of information. Always confirm that you are accessing the correct URL. Go and visit the official website. Let me show you the website. I can show you exactly the same with a different page. Let's go here with login. This is the Facebook official website, facebooklogin.com, as you can see here. Right click, view page source. We're going to Control A. We're going to copy this. Let's go back to our terminal. We're going to create a new file called Facebook login.html. We're going to paste here. We're going to save this output. Let me go back to the desktop, and here you can see the Facebook login page. We are going to open it, and there we go. It's exactly the same as our official website. Let me show you. We have this copy of the original website. Here we go. This is the official facebook.com website. As I said, if I want to register this page, the one on my right, on my left side is the fake one, and the one on my right side is the original website here, facebook.com. I cannot have here because right now it's stored in my local host. If I would like to host this website on the internet, I cannot register with facebook.com/login. These I cannot have. Facebook.com, this is restricted because it's already in use by a company. But now let's try to explore how easily you can modify all the content that you have. We are going to change, let's say here, well, let's do it lowercase. So let's go back to our terminal. Let's open our Facebook login page. Here it's all the HTML content, the CSS content that we have. Let's try to find the log into Facebook. Here you can see the page title. It's this one right here, login into facebook.com, as you can see here. Button, we want to find the header. So here, as you can see, we have login into facebook.com. We are going to use lowercase here, log it's into facebook.com. We're going to save. Okay, and let's go back to our website. There we go. We are going to refresh this. I'm gonna refresh this, and as you can see here on my left side, this is our website, and on the right we have the original facebook.com. This is how easily you can modify the content of a website. This is how easily you can make it look similar or alike to another website. So what we have to keep in mind all the time is the URL that we are accessing. We have to be familiar with the websites that we visit, and whenever we have the login button, let me go to the fake website here, right here. We go to inspect sign in. If you have the opportunity, always go and check where this is going to be redirected. Here we will go to the form. We can see that this data is, it's going to be redirected to this login.php. It's using the post method. So now we already have that information from our victims. We can always come back and take a look at the information that we already retrieved. Here we are going to display the user's name. As you can see here, this was our first attack, this is our second attack, and the same for the IP addresses. Here we have the IP address 1 and IP address 2 in our attacks. So that's how you can create a phishing attack. And now let's go to how to protect myself against these kind of attacks. So first of all, as I said, you have to take a look at the URL all the time. Here you can only have this domain name. It's unique. There is only one facebook.com, only one google.com, only one netflix.com. You can have subdomains as we saw in our sample before the original name. Let's go back here. This is the original website. Yes. So here, as you can see, this is the domain, which is right here, the domain name. As you can see here, we have some subdomain. This account.com. This is our subdomain. This is the scheme, as I mentioned before, the HTTPS. It just means that the browser is the information sent is encrypted, but it does not mean that it's officially from Google or from Facebook or from Netflix or from any other website. No, this does not have nothing to do with the official name of domain name of a website. It does not make any kind of validity of the website either. It only belongs to how data it's being transferred. So the first thing that you have to be aware of is the name of the URL that you usually visit. Try to remember the name of the websites. When it comes to the email attack, you are going to have to check the domain in the email. As you can see here, it says emailer.com. That does not belong to Netflix. Most of the time, companies always buy a domain. They have to buy a domain for their email. That's the least they can do, and they have their name here, like at netflix.com, at outlook.com. Well, Outlook now, maybe at microsoft.com, at amazon.com, etc., etc. Then you don't have to click on the links that you are not familiar with. Let's go through the process of sending the fake email, how you can do it. If you remember, we created our links right here. Let me run again the app. Let me go back here. Go bash. Okay, now we are going to run the application again. We're gonna go with, let me close these websites. Let's close this login page. Let's go back to our browser. Let me close this one and this one. Here we have the link one more time. Let's go with Facebook this time. Let's go one traditional login page, Cloudflare. We're not going to custom our port. We are going to use the default 8080 localhost. We don't want to mask the URL. We're gonna leave it. Here, this is the link. Here we're going to copy and going to paste the link. As you can see one more time, the domain name here is this one. It's the domain name, mycloudflare.com. And here you have a subdomain with all of this information. Here is the login HTML page. As you can see, this is the fake website that we have. Now we want to send this email. So let's say we want to compose our email and we say your account has been blocked. We can use that kind of content. Your account, your Facebook account has been blocked and require some options, let's say. Here what people usually do, they copy and paste here, but you can clearly see that it doesn't come from a safe website. What attackers do is they click here and they type some content like click here or lock account, or they can also have claim price, or they can also have some text like report account. But in this case, let's say we want to recover our account since it was blocked. Your Facebook account has been blocked and requires some actions. Okay, so here we can say have an unlock account text, for instance. We can have unlock account. We have unlock account, and here we are going to paste our weird text. And now we have successfully masked the URL. So when you receive this email, you won't see the HTTPS, CVS, appliances, allergy, etc. You're going to only see this unlock account. So you as a user may go and click on this one, and then you will be sharing your personal information. Well, in this case, as you can see here, it detected that this is a phishing site. So let me create one with Google. Oh, one more time, we're going to go bash. Okay, we're going to go with Google. Let's use this time the all login page. So let's go number one. Here, Cloudflare. We are not going to custom the port. Now it's creating our URL for us. We don't want to mask the URL. So here we copy this. Now we go back to the website and we paste it. So now we have again the information, and then we can add this new link to our message, our email. Here pretexting is very important. Some of them will use urgency, like you have won this prize, you have won $200, and they will leave you the claim here link, and they paste it, and then you go here and then you click it, and then you enter some kind of information, and they will steal all that kind of information. Other thing that they use as a pretext, and it's something called urgency. Like you have 10 minutes to unlock your account. You have 10 minutes to unlock your account, and then they click here the unlock button. Unlock, not even buttons, only unlock, and they will create this new link. Or they can also use let's say here urgency pretext. Your credit card, I don't know, credit card has been used at Walmart, let's say. If you did not make purchase, log into your account to block it. And then you have the one more time, oh sorry, not this one, then you're gonna block credit card, and then you paste it here. Okay, and then you go and click it, because you have this pretext that it says that your credit card has been used at Walmart, and then you said that someone spent $1,000 you successfully bought a PS5 for $800 at Walmart. If you did not make this purchase, log into your account to block it. And then you go and click, and then you share that kind of personal information. That's how they do it. But now you can also, when you receive any kind of unknown link, you can always try to check it and see if it's safe to access it, to click it, because here you can see that you are sharing your personal information, your username and password. However, sometimes the link won't ask you for any kind of information, and it will download a file in your system, so you don't want to do that. So in case that you receive an email and you don't know what to do with it, you are not 100% sure that it came from a well-known company or someone that you know, you can always go and visit this website, Have I Been Found. We're gonna go here, and Have I Been Found. And here you can check if your email has been compromised in a data breach. You type your email first of all to see if your email has been compromised, and then in order to check the validity of the link, we can go to VirusTotal. Here we can go to VirusTotal. We're going to open here. URL, and here we are going to paste our URL, and then we are going to scan it. As you can see here, the analysis is in progress. This VirusTotal uses some well-known viruses. It validates the code or the link with different antivirus services to detect any kind of malware. but here it will take a while until it loads all the information. But now we already know that this is a malicious link, so you don't have to click it. This is where you can verify the link. Now we have some exercises. Which one would you think is the original website and which one is the fake one? You can pause the video and continue. Take a look at what we've learned through this video. Remember that the website might look exactly the same. However, you also have to check for the URL. In this case, as you can see here, this one on the left says Amazon.com, but here it says Amazon with double O. The same here with Facebook.com. Well, it's the original login page. We have option A and option B. Here we have Facebook.com, and here we have login-facebook.com. Here the domain facebook.com, the domain here login-facebook.com. If there is any kind of dot before the name, this is only the domain name. If there is a dot here, there will be a subdomain before. So here we have some follow scenarios where you are going to have to choose the correct email where you assume this email most likely come from. So here we have accounts receivable MasterCard. This is some pretexting. We're reaching out you regarding email of most importance. Here we try to use words that make you click on the link, like important, security, detected, irregularities, unusual purchasing attempts. So when you read these words, you really get scared and says, okay, I need to click on the link. I need to, maybe this email comes from an original company or someone that I know. You most likely may think they are not impersonating, but here you can have different options. As I said, companies, the least that they can do is to buy a domain name for their email addresses. So since we said that it's from MasterCard security team, we can assume one more time, we can assume this is not the official or email from MasterCard. This is just an example, but we see MasterCard.com here in these examples. We can assume that letter D is the correct one. So thank you for watching, and make sure to utilize these new